Today on the show, we're going to be talking about the origins of Raven, the daughter of Trigon. So Raven's mother was part of a cult. She had nothing in life. So the cult gave her something to hold on to. It's not really made clear if she believed in the cult's teaching or not, but eventually the cult would do a ritual to raise the devil himself, and they were able to summon Trigon in a human form. Now Trigon at first was so good looking that Raven's mother fell for him instantly. But then as soon as the ceremony was over, he turned into his true demonic form and raped Raven's mother. Trigon then cast Raven's mother back to Earth, knowing that she was too weak-willed to kill her fetus and get an abortion, and she was too weak-willed to kill herself. So he knew that his offspring, for the first time in hundreds of years, would live. But Raven's mother couldn't stand the idea of this demon growing in her. She wasn't even sure if her baby was going to look human or was going to look like a demon. So she decided she was going to kill herself. And one night, while living on the streets, she took one too many pills and was going to go to bed and just never wake up. That's when the people of Azarath came to her. Raven's mother at first thought the people stepping out of this brilliant light were angels come to take her to heaven. But the truth was, they were just people of Azarath who had fled Earth hundreds of years ago to get away from evil, taking her to begin her life anew. There were those that wanted to cast Raven's mother out into the limbo between dimensions so she would eventually die before the child's birth. But this was a death sentence, and the Azarathians were pacifists. Upon Raven's birth, the sky turned black, the ground crumbled, and the air reeked of brimstone. Evil had come into the world. Evil incarnate was alive. An Azarathian named Juris decided he was going to take matters into his own hands and kill the newborn baby. He was going to cast Raven out into the limbo between dimensions, and as soon as he opened up the gate, a brilliant beam of light shot at him and turned him into ash. As soon as that gate was opened and Raven came close to it, Trigon knew where his daughter was. And that shot was a warning. So that's when the leader of Azarath, Azar, called the child before her. Azar explains that should Earth perish, those on Azarath would have to watch, and they would also have to watch the rest of the universe go lights out, one planet and one star at a time. And no one in Azarath wanted to be responsible for that. So Azar and Raven had to work together through Raven's life so Raven could learn to control her emotions so that Trigon could never find her, as by controlling her emotions, she was controlling her soul. Raven learned so many things: how to heal, how to control her emotions, how to meditate, and how to teleport between dimensions. She was incredibly powerful from a very young age, but the thing is, with her healing, she could only heal a soul if she was willing to bring that pain onto herself. This was a side effect of her empathy powers. Now it's worth keeping in mind that Arella, Raven's mother, and Raven had been separated for a number of years at this point. They were only allowed brief glimpses of each other. But that's when Azar began to die, and Azar finally permitted Arella to spend time with Raven. This is where Raven's nightmares began. Trigon started to visit Raven in her dreams, so the elders of Azarath finally had to reveal the truth about Trigon. So centuries ago, when those who are on Azarath now left Earth, they cast away their evils in a spell. But obviously you can't just get rid of evil. So that evil lived on as an energy in the ether for a long time, until a cult did a ritual to bring that evil forward. And all of that energy merged into one being and became Trigon. Raven, now knowing she was the daughter of pure evil itself, had to go for a walk. And she walked close to the great door from where she was told to never go near. And this is where the door opens and she comes face to face with her father in the flesh for the first time. After a lifetime of suppressing her emotions, she finally felt something. Fear. She was scared. And this is where Arella comes along and sees what's going on, tries to protect her daughter, and this is where Trigon turns her into an old, withered, dying version of herself. And Raven just got even more scared and finally let out her soul self, which is all Trigon wanted to see, because by doing this, it confirms Trigon's theory that Raven has the power to single-handedly destroy the entire universe. Trigon told Raven that he would return for her when she had become a grown woman, and then when Raven turned 18, she could feel Trigon returning. So she left her birthplace and went to Earth and asked the Justice League for help, but they turned her away. So she used her abilities to try and figure out who in the universe could help her. And this is where she saw the Teen Titans and used her powers to manipulate reality itself into forming the Teen Titans.
It's super effective!
Okay guys, that is it for today. So what do you think of Raven? Please let me know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more history videos. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking out my Patreon if you want to see bigger and better and more history videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to my vlogging channel if you'd like to start your day with me every single day. My name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.